Adam Richman made his name in television by taking on crazy food challenges. But when one restaurant decided to cheat, things turned dangerous in an instant. Richman values his privacy, and he has never really shared much about his personal life. In a rare occasion, though, he did open up about his early life struggles during an interview with the Premium Pete show. According to Richman, his parents, Jeffrey, Mark, and Sharon Richman, divorced when he was 4 years old, and to this day, he recalls it clearly.
I remember, I have very, very real memories of my dad moving out and walking out, and very real memories of like going to lawyers and the paperwork.
Dealing with the divorce was very difficult, but what came next was even worse, as Richman was still young when his father died. He's kept the details of his father's untimely death private, but he has credited his father for broadening his culinary horizons. He told In Touch, "My father had a law office near Chinatown, and I'll never forget the day he took me for dim sum. This place had things like chicken feet, and I remember going, ugh. My dad immediately shut that down. He said, 'How many things do we eat that these people might not like? It's disrespectful.'" To celebrate Father's Day in 2023, Richman posted a photo of him with his dad on Instagram. The caption read, "Not a day goes by that I don't think of you. Miss you so. Love you, Dad." While he's always been quiet about his personal life, Richman has been open about his Jewish faith. And sadly, like many Jewish people, he has experienced anti-Semitism firsthand. In an interview with The Observer, he shared some very personal stories of hostility towards him and his family and friends. "The very first time I experienced anti-Semitism was on Ocean Avenue after Temple. A lady started shouting at my friends, saying how we should have died in concentration camps." With the advent of social media, harassment and online bullying also came after some of Richman's Man vs. Food followers found out that he was Jewish. My mom even told me she had to stop looking at stuff online because she had seen someone who said, "I wish I knew he was Jewish before I started liking him." In a 2017 appearance on Hot Ones, Richman was asked to name the most painful Man vs. Food challenge. His answer was the one where he failed to eat 10 fire-in-your-hole chicken wings at the Munchies 420 Cafe in Sarasota, Florida. According to Richman, the sauce was made from a blend of habanero peppers, hot sauce, cayenne, chili powder, crushed red pepper, and ghost pepper extract. But instead of just pouring a dab of the ghost chili extract into the sauce like normal, the chef emptied the entire bottle to ensure that Richman would lose. It wasn't just cheating, it was extremely dangerous, as ghost pepper extract is so potent that in some countries it's used in police grenades. Richman said that his health was threatened. "I was so jacked up in the bathroom of the place that my tongue had swollen, my nasal passages had swollen. The reason why I'm especially mad is not because of my record, I don't give a about that. It's that it's cavalier and dangerous."
Today in Sarasota, Florida, at Munchies 420, in the battle of man versus food, food definitely won.
It's not just the ingredients that were dangerous for Richman. The cumulative effects of taking on so many eating challenges led to serious weight gain, and worse, sleep apnea. Richman told Men's Health that while he was able to burn the calories he consumed during filming, he failed to account for the calories he consumed off camera. "It wasn't the 2.5-pound pastrami sandwiches or the yard-long bratwurst that did me in. It was all the extras. I was logging 15-hour days, sampling food every minute. I had access to these amazing dishes, and it was easy to lose sight of how quickly the bites added up." In a 2014 interview with the Daily Express, Richman revealed that during his Man vs. Food stint, he had developed sleep apnea, a serious medical condition in which your breathing stops and starts while you're asleep. If left untreated, the sleep disorder can lead to insomnia, heart trouble, high blood pressure, and more. It's rare to die from sleep apnea, but it can increase the likelihood of dying from other chronic diseases. Richman attributed his sleep apnea to the weight he gained during filming. And for some people, losing weight can be one of the best treatments for apnea. Following his exit from the show, Richman shed 70 pounds by following a nutrition plan, going to the gym, and walking 10,000 steps a day. After losing the weight, he posed nude for Cosmopolitan UK in 2014. Man vs. Food was an immediate hit, racking up big ratings. But not everyone loved it. In fact, two of the show's biggest critics were among the people Adam Richman looked up to the most. Alton Brown, and Anthony Bourdain. In 2010, Brown criticized Richman's show for its eating challenge format, describing it as disgusting. That show is about gluttony, and gluttony is wrong. It's wasteful. Think about people that are starving to death and think about that show. I think it's an embarrassment. Richman clapped back in a now-deleted tweet, saying that the program wasn't about gluttony, but about indulgence. He added that the television series also brought business to many mom-and-pop restaurants across the country. As a parting shot, Richman said to Brown, "You were my hero, sir. No more." Bourdain also had some harsh opinions. In 2015, while doing his Close to the Bone tour, the late chef was asked to comment on how he felt about Man vs. Food. Bourdain joked that Richman's program made Americans seem fat, lazy, slothful, and wasteful, adding, "Why did we watch that show? Admit it, you wanted him to die." Bourdain may have been a hater of Man vs. Food, but the late chef certainly wasn't a hater of Richman. In fact, the two were actually good friends. Richman told Mashed that they often hung out and gave each other restaurant recommendations, saying, "Tony didn't like Man vs. Food. He liked me." And he made that very, very clear. Bourdain also became a mentor to Richman, giving advice that would help him navigate the world of culinary entertainment, such as, acknowledge that there is going to be a portion of sick Fs that are hoping something bad happens to you, that are rooting against you, and you have to just block things and move on. And you have to focus on yourself and your stories. Richman took it hard when the former Parts Unknown host died in 2018. In a tweet, Richman said that while he'd never understand why Bourdain would take his own life, he was grateful for their time together as friends and colleagues. 3 years later, on the 3rd anniversary of Bourdain's death, Richman penned a tweet saying, "Just realized that today was the day we lost you. Those times I want to call or text you and I realize I can't still feel like a gut punch. I miss you, Tony." Not many might know this, but Richman also loves soccer. He enjoys it so much that he often travels to the UK to follow his favorite team, Tottenham Hotspur. But his allegiance to Tottenham has led to a torrent of online abuse, including antisemitism. In an interview with Talking THFC, Richman explained that in 2011, when he was still new to English football, he was asked which team he supported. He answered that he was a Spurs fan. But when he was asked what other teams he liked, Richman made the mistake of mentioning West Ham United. That set off an online firestorm from both sets of fans. West Ham fans consider Tottenham to be their arch rival, and as Tottenham historically has been known for having a large Jewish fan base, Richman unfortunately was the subject of anti-Semitic attacks. Meanwhile, Spurs fans were ticked off at Richman as well for not knowing better, leading to accusations that Richman was a plastic or fake fan. Richman apologized, but the controversy reignited several years later when a disgruntled Spurs blogger reposted Richman's tweet, leading to more online abuse from people who didn't realize it was old news. Richman told Talking THFC, "When people don't do research, the internet is a fertile breeding ground for rumors and hateful trolls."
Come on, you Spurs!
Richman had a second close brush with death, this time thanks to his mustache. It sounds like a joke, but he told Celebrity Catch-Up, Life After That Thing I Did, that on a 2018 trip to Switzerland, he ended up being admitted to the hospital with methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, or MRSA. It's a staph infection that's difficult to treat due to its resistance against some antibiotics. If left untreated, it can become life-threatening. Because the MRSA was located in a crucial location on his face, Richman was told that he needed surgery ASAP and that, to keep the bacteria from spreading to others, he had to be quarantined. He was also given some serious antibiotics. To this day, no one knows how he got infected, but Richman said he's just happy to be alive. The doctor said it could have been anything from a water glass to a hotel towel, shaking someone's hand. Every day above ground is a gift. In 2012, at the height of his popularity, Richman abruptly quit Man vs. Food. The move shocked viewers and left them wondering about the reason behind the departure, with some speculating that the amount of food that Richman consumed at work had caused health problems. Even worse, there was gossip that he had died. In an interview with the BBC, he criticized the stories about his resignation as both completely unfounded and also simply malicious in nature. It was completely fictional. You have that sort of percentage of sick people who almost wanted to believe that happened to me. Far from being dead, though, Richman has gone on to host several other hit shows.
I've been blessed to move on and tell other stories about food.